Next up is Michael Doherty. We've talked a lot in these last couple of days about cities as platforms, the novelty of being able to read lots of data, and of course we're getting new sensors everywhere, including the mobile sensors we're carrying in our pocket, but we can't actually read that if we don't have a good way to aggregate it and then to see the data. So Michael has been working for some time on an open real-time mobile sensor platform, OpenRTMS, and he's here to show it to us. So Michael.
Hi. So it's really great to go after Mitchell and Steve because they've really enforced a lot of the ideas about why I actually started doing this project. So over the past few months at NYU's ITP program, I've been working on the OpenRTMS platform, which is an open source real-time mobile sensor platform. And the way it works, it uses an Android device to relay sensor data to the web using the Android phone as an internet connection. And the platform was created to streamline the process of data collection and storage for citizen scientists, researchers, and activists. And it leverages popular technologies such as the Android platform to make it really accessible to a large audience. And what's significant about it being a platform is that it wasn't built with one particular application in mind. I mean, I have my own particular interest in what I want to do with it, but the idea is to make it modular. And part of the reason for that is to increase the size of the community for both users and developers. So instead of being, for, let's say, for environmental scientist who wants to monitor air quality, it can be used in various different fields. And to give you a better idea of how it actually works, I'm going to talk about a specific example about hydrofracking. And so hydrofracking, the process of using chemicals to drill for natural gas, releases a lot of toxins into the environment that cause serious health issues for the people in that area. And so the idea with the OpenRTMS platform is that you could distribute sensor modules to these people that are low cost, and then they would be able to download the OpenRTMS software onto their Android device, and then once they have it downloaded, they would just set it up so that it connects to that sensor module. They just select it from a list, and then they would log in to a database using a username and password. And then from there, all they have to do is hit record, and the Android will immediately start recording the data from the sensor and packaging it with the GPS location, a time code, and sending it to this open database on the web. So immediately after that happens, you can start to visualize and analyze that data on the web, and activists could then take this data to the local governments and use it to fight the gas companies. So what I've really been focusing on in the development of the platform has been the Android OS software, which packages and relays that data. So I've completed a prototype of that software, alpha version, and in terms of the web database end of it, it's already done really well by groups like Google, or this is Patch Bay, a database site that I use to store some of this data. So I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel on that side of it. So I'm leaving that up to them, and they have APIs that I can connect to that allows me to get my data there. And then the last piece is the hardware, the sensor hardware that's sensing the environment or different conditions. And so for that, that end's really flexible, and I'm looking to the development community to kind of help develop different sensors that are compatible with the software and create a library of these sensors and tutorials on how to use them with the platform. So using mobile devices as a web infrastructure removes the need for setting up computers and an internet network to get that data to the web. And you might ask yourself, what if you want to use this in, say, someplace like rural Uganda where there's no web cell service? Well, OpenRTMS is designed so that it'll store that data locally until it does have access to the internet and then push all that data over. So, and a lot of what we've been talking about is is how Twitter can be used to collect data. And OpenRTMS is really, in a lot of ways, similar to this, but instead of a person observing something, recording that, and then posting that to the web, OpenRTMS uses sensor hardware to do all this automatically and get the data up there without really having to do anything except the initial setup process. And so the world of mobile devices is moving very quickly. So by the end of the year, half of all Americans will have a mobile device with the web on it. And a lot of these users are Android users. It's the biggest share of the market worldwide. And so the idea is, I believe that crowdsourcing of data collection has the potential to help us better understand our world and inform good decisions and policy. So that's what I'm trying to do with the platform. And please join the data revolution, because our data matters. Thank you.
Fantastic.